Hey, 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 everyone. How are you doing today? I hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful week this far. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I know all I did this weekend was relax. I am so thankful that I was able to relax. I really didn't have anything going on. I did not leave the house. When I got home on Friday, I did not leave the house until Sunday morning to go to church. And then after I went to church, came back home and went back on the couch again. So I had a wonderful weekend, and not too many weekends are like that for me. So when I do get those weekends, I enjoy every minute of it. But I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope you've been having a wonderful week. Today is Wednesday, and lucky for me, this being the hottest month in Virginia, the weather was actually nice. I enjoyed it. It was like low humidity. That was just today, though, because, things are going to change pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. But I enjoy those moments when I can. All right, so I am going to go ahead and get started. Hey, Mary, I'm happy to see those of you who are online. I'm happy to see those of you who will be watching the replay. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me introduce myself to those who may not know who I am. I am Jovita, and I help single moms go from feeling inadequate, helpless, and fearful to devising a plan to build and cultivate her network and her net worth so that she can live a life full of love and abundance, reduce stress, and find time for herself. My overall mission is to empower women to live confident, authentic lives unapologetically. Hey, Renee, how you doing? So today's Wind Down Wednesday's topic is one that I touched on maybe a few months ago, probably sometime last year. I'm not sure exactly. However, today's topic is, what does it mean to forgive? Now, I took some notes and I've researched this again and again because I want you guys to really get the sense of, what forgiveness really is. So for me, what it means to forgive is to let go and have a sense of peace within. That's kind of really what forgiveness means to me. I hope you guys got your wine. I got mine this week. I left it last week, but I got it this week. Hold on, let me take a sip. All right. Anyway, and it also means that I have opened my heart and I am ready to move on with my life. Wikipedia. I told you I did some research. Hey, Bridget. Hey, Shiro. Wikipedia describes forgiveness as, and I want y'all to listen to the way forgiveness is described in Wikipedia, the intentional and voluntary process by which a victim undergoes a change in feelings and attitude regarding an offense. Notice here that they use the word victim. I think it's interesting that they use the word victim here in their description of what forgiveness is and how they described it. The Cambridge Dictionary defines victim as someone or something that has been hurt, damaged, or killed, or has suffered either because of the actions of someone else or something else. Now, usually, when something happens to us via the actions of somebody else, we tend to feel like a victim initially. So you can see why Wikipedia decided to use victim and how they describe the word, forgiveness. I thought that was interesting. So, however, what forgiveness does, hold on. I don't know what I'm about to do. But what forgiveness does is, it appears that my battery wants to go low right now, and it shouldn't be. It appears that, but I'm going to get through this. It appears that forgiveness really releases you from being in that victim mindset. That's really what forgiveness does. It releases you from being in a victim mindset. You can choose to forgive, and you can choose not to forgive. It all depends on the type of mindset that you want to have and you want to be with. You can let them control your circumstances, or you can let them not control your circumstances. And I am trying to like regroup, you guys, because I really do need to charge my phone, because it was at 80 and then it just dropped all of a sudden. Anyway, so that might not work. So anyway, a victim, having that victim mindset can really get you stuck in unforgiveness. So in order to release yourself from being a victim, you must first learn how to forgive yourself. That's first and foremost. You must learn how to forgive yourself. I know you may feel like, why should I forgive myself when I didn't really do anything? And the reason you have to forgive yourself was because, you know, you kind of feel bad, or you feel bad that you allow someone else to kind of dictate how you felt. So that's why you have to forgive yourself. And so as I was thinking about this, I realized that I held grudges. I really held a lot of grudges. And that's where unforgiveness really sets in. I held grudges, and I didn't want to, what's the word I'm looking for? I didn't want to let go of some things. But then I realized that that was taking control of me. And I kind of don't like not being in control of my actions. So I prayed and prayed, and I'm telling you guys, I'm still a work in progress. But I prayed and prayed and prayed, and thankfully God has allowed me to, like, in certain circumstances, to actually forgive and move on. Forgive myself for giving someone else power, that much power over me. You know, making me really feel like I am a victim, and I'm not a victim. I can control, you know, my emotions and how I deal with people. So I have learned to forgive, and I have learned to move on. I've learned to really and truly forgive myself for allowing those actions, allowing them, or whatever the actions were, to kind of take control of my life and how I respond to it. So I know we struggle with trying to forgive ourselves because we can't understand why we need to. But really, forgiveness is for you. So what does it mean to forgive? It means to you want a sense of peace. You want like a peace of mind. You don't want anything hovering over. You want to move forward. You want to continue to grow. And if you don't forgive yourself, you won't be able to move forward to the next level that you are supposed to be at. And I'm telling you, everybody has a next level. And when you reach that next level, guess what? You have another level to go. You're going to keep climbing and climbing and climbing and growing. However, if you don't learn to forgive yourself and understand that what forgiveness means is to really release you from, you know, letting others and other people and situations control your reactions, then you will stay stagnant. You will stay where you are. Now, if you're comfortable and you want to stay where you are and don't feel as though you need to grow anymore, then hey, the choice is yours. But remember, you know, forgiveness just releases you. It gives you this, like, I know when I started to forgive, and it's a practice, you guys. It's a work in progress. It's a process. It doesn't come that easily. But just know that once you do it, you'll feel better. And you'll start seeing doors opening, or some doors closing in that case that are good. But you have to, you must forgive yourself so that you can grow. Another thing I wanted to point out is once you forgive yourself, you are no longer the victim. You understand that? So remember I told you Wikipedia described forgiveness as intentional and voluntary process by which a victim undergoes a change in feelings. Well, you are not a victim. So you will not be a victim of circumstances once you forgive, and forgive yourself mainly. Because forgiveness is really for you. It's really not for the other person. Now, don't get me wrong. It doesn't give them a pass. It doesn't let them, you know, release them or whatever, because they got to deal with that on their own. But what it does is release you and gives you the power back, gives you control. You are no longer a victim to your circumstance. You are no longer a victim to what just, you know, transpired. Now, don't get me wrong. You can forgive someone, and it's important to do that. However, you have to choose how you would like to deal with that person in the future. Personally, once the trust is gone, it's very hard for me to allow you back in my space like that. Now, I may choose to allow us to continue to hang out, maybe, or, you know, depending on the type of relationship we had, how deep our friendship was, how strong it was, you know, because sometimes if it was if the foundation wasn't laid and set real good and it was shaky, guess what? We ain't gonna make it. But if it's shaky, if it's solid, if it's a solid foundation, we'll be able to get past it a little bit. I don't think I can ever allow you to get that close to me. But that's where forgiveness comes in, because it releases me and helps me to open my heart that I'm able to move forward with you, but not with you, if that makes any sense. I don't know. So like I said, I remember I held grudges and held them bad. I never threw it back in someone's face though, but I held them really, really bad. So you must really allow yourself to forgive, because it just releases that. And gives you such great peace. Oh my gosh, when you just choose to do it. Try it one time, you guys. If you have never forgiven yourself for anything, try it one time and it will release so much. You'll feel such a sense of peace. So like I said, I'm at a point where I can choose to forgive, because it is a choice, just like happiness is a choice. But forgiveness just simply means to let go so you can move on and have that peace within. So at the end of the day, you guys, forgiveness sets you free. It sets you free. I told you before, it doesn't do anything for the other person. Don't even think about them when you're trying to forgive yourself, because you have to really, really dig deep to forgive yourself for allowing that person what they did and their circumstances, for allowing them to control you. And see, the key word for me, and I don't know, maybe it'll help you guys too, the key word for me was control. So I love to be in control. Right? I do. I know how to stay in my lane as well. But I love to be in control. So to allow somebody else and their actions to control how I'm feeling, I had to, Lord, I had a little come to Jesus moment. Because I was like, wait a minute. First of all, I had a great name that I'm going to let you control my actions and how I feel about stuff. No, but what I can do is control how I will respond. And I choose to forgive you and let that go. Actually, scratch that. I choose to forgive myself for allowing that situation or that circumstance or that person to actually get to me that bad, where I allow it to let me hold grudges. So it was a control thing for me. So I relinquished that, because I'm not letting anyone have that much control over me. Anyone, no, they cannot have them. They can't control my peace. Nobody can control my peace but me. And so that's how I look at it. That's how I'm able to forgive more than I used to be, back in the day. I can say back in the day now, because I'm a little bit older. But anyway, at the end of the day, forgiveness sets you free. It doesn't do anything for the other person. What else did I write down? It frees you up enough so you can get out of that victim mindset, because you are not a victim. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are not a victim of anybody else. You are a warrior. You are a soldier. You fight this battle and you keep moving. You keep pressing forward. I'm telling you, you do not let anybody control you. So you forgive yourself. And once you forgive yourself, you may, key word is may, find it a little bit easier to kind of let stuff go and move forward. But you will know how to interact with that person or that situation in the future. You definitely will know how to, you can be cordial. Hi, how are you? You might not even say how are you, but you can say hi if you feel like it. I mean, if you don't feel like it, then don't say hi. But I'm just saying, it gives you that peace where you know that person doesn't have that control over you. And although they probably ain't even thinking about you, they just moved on, because when people do things, they just do it because they're selfish and they're thinking of them. They don't really think about how their actions can impact other folks. And so that's kind of why we get hurt by others, because hurt people. Anyway, so once you learn the concept of truly forgiving yourself and relinquishing that control and getting outside of that victim mindset, then you will truly know what it means to truly forgive. And that's really what it is, because once you do that, you will just have this peace, this sense of peace within, and you walk around with your head up. And you know what? It may have happened to you last night, and you chose to forgive, and you move forward. And you know what? People are going to look at you kind of funny inside, like, dang, how is she still moving forward? Or how is he still moving forward when such and such did that? But guess what? Because you chose to forgive, you chose to not worry about that stuff, you chose to take control of your life and not let anybody or anything control how you feel and how you respond to situations, because you are that. You are a conqueror. You just know how to keep it moving and keep rising and going up levels, level and level and level, and keep leveling up, because that's what you are here for. You are here to continue to grow. You're not here to stay still. Got to keep watering yourself. Got to keep nurturing yourself. You got to take care of yourself. And one way of taking care of yourself is to forgive yourself. All right, you guys. So that is all that I have for tonight's Wind Down Wednesdays. I really do hope that you guys got something from it. If you would like for me to talk about anything, just shoot me an email at info@JavitaNMiller.com. Private message me, put it in this, because I do go back and check the comments and stuff, because I like to respond. You guys know I like to talk. I like to interact with people. Sometimes I can be anti, but most of the times I'm not. So you can always follow me. I have a YouTube channel now, so if you miss any of my previous Facebook Lives, you can go to my YouTube channel. I believe it is under my name, Javita Miller. If not, you can probably try VAPRLO1@gmail.com, because that will probably give you access to that too. But I'm going to double check that, because I think it's really under my name. But I can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Everything is Javita N. Miller. All right. Thank you, guys. And I will see you next week for Wind Down Wednesdays. Love you. Thanks for the love, the hearts, the support. And I just love you guys. This is fun for me. All right. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.